رمضان رمضان شهر القرآن هدى لنا.
Alaikum, welcome back to Ramadan Talks, where we talk about topics inside and outside of Ramadan. Iman, one of the most important things that we have as a Muslim, how valuable it is. But you might have some parents that feel like the Iman of their children is slipping away. How can we regain that? How can we bring it back? How can we make sure that the Iman is strong for the next generation?
Assalamu alaikum our viewers. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Well, the subject of Iman undoubtedly is the most important subject. In these Ramadan talks, I would say it's number one. Because like you said, parents are concerned and everybody's concerned. Will I meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a believer? Every Friday the Imam stands on the minbar and repeats to the people, وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. Make sure that you don't die except with that faith in you. The Prophet ﷺ spoke about it as we go near the end of times, and undoubtedly we're getting nearer and nearer. And I'm not going to talk about the signs of the hour, probably another occasion, but it's clearly what the Prophet ﷺ said during the tribulations. فِتَنٌ كَقِطْعٍ مِنَ اللَّيْلِ مُظْلِمٍ. Tribulations like dark nights. يُصْبِحُ الرَّجْلُ فِيهَا مُؤْمِنًا وَيُمْسِي كَافِرًا. A person would wake up as a believer and at night there's no more faith, and vice versa next day. So this is not just the children. All of us, our Iman increases and decreases. Look, for instance, the month of Ramadan. You and your children having good moments, you want to go to the masjid, you do your halaqas, you pray together. You notice that there is more happiness and joy and peace in the house. If you're fasting properly, of course, not the cultural folkloric fasting, but the spiritual, the Quranic Ramadan, the spiritual fasting. You notice there is peace. So as the Prophet ﷺ taught us, Al-Iman yazidu bil-ta'at wa yanqusu bil-ma'asi. Iman increases with acts of obedience, acts of love, acts of anything that would bring people together or bring people closer to Allah. And wa yanqusu bil-ma'asi, and decreases with acts of disobedience. So the concern to the parents is valid concern, it's my concern, any parent, but then we should ask our question, how do I change this? The answer is very simple. Did you change yourself from within? If you're sincere, the children will follow. If a father or mother, they do their best. You know, scholars have spoken about a dua that mothers and fathers repeat, guaranteed that the children will pray if you say this dua. From Surat Ibrahim, the dua of Ibrahim. رَبِّ اجْعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي رَبَّنَا وَتَقَبَّلْ دُعَاء رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَوْمَ يَقُومُ الْحِسَابِ. We will put the ayah in the description. Very important dua. You are asking Allah to make you of those who pray and your children. So you're starting with prayer. Husband and wife, the very first thing, even when they come together, there is a prayer for that. You start everything right from the beginning. And if you didn't catch up, and Ramadan is your opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. You know, the Prophet, Allah says in the Quran, إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات يهديهم ربهم بإيمانهم. Those who believe and keep working good things, Allah will guide them to more faith. Meaning, Iman is about you believe and you act. A lot of people say, I believe, I'll pray to Allah, but nothing's going to happen. You need to act upon faith. Allah says, be honest. We believe Allah wants us to be honest. I ask Allah to make me honest, but I have to act honestly. Allah says, speak the truth. And I have to pray to Allah to make me truthful, but I have to watch my mouth not to say anything, a falsehood or a lie. These are the values that very simple. They sound very simple. The solution for your question, the answer, it's not a complicated answer. It's just do what is right. And subliminally or directly, the children will get from their parents.
Now, if you have Iman and look at it as something of value, like let's say you have a diamond, you take good care of it, you protect it, there may be some things threatening it, trying to break into it, just so that we're always on the lookout, have our radars on. What are some things for us and for families can keep an eye out for?
I like that parable. Our children are more valuable than diamonds. I always like to think of a family as a ship or as a boat. I think a boat has different departments or compartments. And if one place has a leak, it will sink the whole ship. So think of your home. If one room, one child goes down, the whole family goes down. So if we think as every one of us in this family is important and has value, and we think as a family, we will make sure that that child is heard, and that child is honored, and that child, that son or daughter, they may not be children, they may be adults, is given respect and may disagree with us. And all of these considerations will always keep us bonded. Look at Nuh alayhi salam, and we talk about ship. He remained with his son to the last moment until he kept saying, Ya bunay irkab ma'ana, join us, son, join us. And his son said, Sa'awi ila jabalin ya'simuni min al-ma'. Don't worry about me, I'll go to the highest mountain, water won't reach me. He said, La asim al-yawma min amrillah. Nobody will be saved today. And then Allah came, وَحَالَ بَيْنَهُمَا الْمَوْجُ فَكَانَ مِنَ الْمُغْرَقِينَ. Very sad story. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought big waves, so the father Noah does not see his son drowning. Allah given us the description, but Nuh made every effort, did not spare any effort to keep admonishing and following up with his son. But his son chose a wrong way, and he was an adult. The point here is, you have a ship, your family. You make sure there is no leakage, because one place of the ship leaks, then everything will sink. A family is a unit, and you never be able to give them faith. You can give them education, you can teach them. Faith is something that sticks to our heart, and it's guidance from Allah. But don't tell me I gave them everything. You have to do like Prophet Noah, follow up with them until the last moment. You can raise them, you can teach them, but when they are adults, you can't teach them, you can only advise them. A tree that grows crooked, if you try to bring it back to be straight, it will break. So start, removing that crookedness from day one. When the children are prone to listen, they will listen to you with motivation. Don't criticize them and do the opposite. No, if you criticize them, then you don't do the same mistakes. Don't tell them don't lie and you are lying. Don't tell them stupid and you act stupid.
So like they're a mirror of what you do. And so what if you have a parent, and I myself have had parents approach me and they talk about youth and their questions and their situations. They get frightened. Sometimes the kinds of questions, it's, whoa, I can't deal with this.
Especially with the internet. Internet has opened the gates of hell, with the new ideas and many, many new concepts. Frankly, they're anti-God, anti this, what they call institution of God. We Muslims, for us, قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. We believe our prayers, our rituals, everything we do, our life is for Allah. We Muslims believe that we wouldn't exist in this life unless Allah brought us. We believe and teach our children that Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لَيَعْبُدُونَ. I have not created human beings and jinn beings except that they worship me. We know why we are here. And that very meaning should be planted in the minds of our children at early age. That without Allah, we are nothing. The air we breathe comes from Allah. Everything, the food we eat, is from the water Allah sends. Everything, we appreciate Allah. That's why we do Salat. That's why we fast. That's why we do good deeds. That's those simple things. I like to say to parents, teach children very simple things in language. Allah wants us to be nice, clean, and happy. That covers everything. Shaitan wants us to be bad, dirty, and sad. When I tell them this, they say, wow. And the children remember this. Nice means polite, means kind, means many things. Clean means clean here, clean in my clothes, clean in my body, wudu, salat. And happy. Islam is about happiness. We teach them. Quran says to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Taha, ma anzalna alayka al-Qur'ana litashqa." We have not sent the Quran to you to be miserable and misfortunate. It's about happiness. This is the message that the children should know, that Allah wants you to be happy, not doom and gloom and sadness and only connecting Islam to funerals. And we go only masjid when somebody dies. No, we go masjid also and pray when Allah blesses us. I got a new job, we got a new car, somebody got married. We are, we should actually associate happiness to acts of worship and good deeds and worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful here in this world and in the hereafter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to drop your comments down below. It's always a two-way street. And hit subscribe so that you'll know when the next episode drops. It's almost here. Ramadan is about to end. The last 10 days. This is a marathon. You gotta run. This is the moment to catch up. And we got some amazing and exciting things coming up for you in these last 10 nights. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum.